You're listening to Cattywampus.
I don't think I know how to start this.
Brian, it's the Tien Shinhan saga. How else do you start it? But with staring into your third eye.
I was going to say, you got to open up your third eye.
Gotta open up your third eye and expose your extra arms? Which is a thing.
I don't know that I remembered that or knew that at all.
That was mind-blowing when it happened. I gotta tell you, I did not expect that to happen.
It bothered me, and it also it reminded me a lot. There's a character in My Hero Academia that has that.
It was deeply disturbing.
Similar look. He's got his little flesh wings, and yeah, I don't know.
You know, not to skip ahead, but spoiler alert, everybody. The main villain of this saga is going to sprout an extra 2 arms. And sometimes you make it look like a spider, and sometimes you make it look like Goro. And they took a different approach where it's like he kept his shoulder muscle. It's like the arms had the same shoulder muscle. And then the extra one sprouted out of the shoulder muscle as opposed to a different place on the back or abdomen. And that was deeply disturbing.
It was similar to like shoulder weapons on a mech. I've been playing Armored Core 6 and I've been doing a lot of meching. So like
that's fair.
It looked like he just like had some shoulder mounted arms.
I mean, he basically just sprouted arms out of his back.
Yeah.
So
his butterfly arms.
Is Tien Shinhan and his weird clown child friend, are they going to be around for a while? Like, are we going to see them a bunch in Z, or do you guys know these? Okay.
They're main characters. They kind of fall off. They're like Goku's.
They're
friends.
Auxiliary characters.
Yeah.
They're backup characters.
Basically, they're the B team.
Yeah, they help out a lot. Enough. I'd say for the first like half of Z, they help out a lot. But then they quickly are just too weak to really do anything, so they just kind of fall off.
I don't know. The clown has magic hands that are in no way disturbing. All right. So anyway, we're at the Tien Shinhan saga. We're at the 7th saga. There's 2 more to go. And we're going back to the... is it called the World Martial Arts Tournament? Is that what it's called? Or what?
Correct.
Okay. So they've come back. Years have passed. Tien Shinhan and other people we've met before are all returning to this. So episode 84, I'm going to kick it off with it actually just reading the description, and then we'll probably skip through some of this, but or just kind of summarize. But Krillin, Yamcha, and others arrive at Papia Island and check in while they wait for Goku, who is having troubles of his own, even though they are minor for his standards. By the way, that's in the Wikipedia.
Yeah, they don't actually explain what happens, which was
being
better.
on the other side of the planet is a minor problem for
there's
him.
this awesome moment where he just barrels towards a tanker like Gojira, like, and then he just stops and asks for directions.
Are you a mermaid?
Yeah, amazing. So there's a character called the Crane Hermit, and he has 2 students. These are the 2
Tien
we met
and Chaosu.
Tien Shinhan and Chaosu, is that how you say it?
Chaosu, yeah.
Yeah, Chaosu.
Yeah, they were the ones who killed the boar. Or they didn't kill the boar. They were like involved in the boar in last saga. So like everyone shows up. Master Roshi says that he and Master Shen, who is the Crane Hermit, used to be friends. A long time ago. Anyway, I was about to sing the Veronica Mars theme song. Sorry. Just as the registration period is about to end, Goku shows up. He and the others go for a meal, and Master Roshi promises the restaurant owner he will pay them with the prize money from the tournament. That night, Krillin and Yamcha go out for a run and come across many of the other contestants training. The next morning, Goku, Krillin, and Yamcha head towards the preliminary round arena, and Master Yoshi disappears, of course, so that Jackie Chun can arrive. I'm going to assume this season is the end of Jackie Chun.
I mean, it has the send off.
It better.
But
yeah, no more Jackie Chun after Tien Shinhan saga.
Oh, thank God. do not care for it. Oh, real quick. When everybody was traveling, obviously Goku was swimming. Everyone else is on a plane, and the turtle's on a plane. Does the turtle have to buy a ticket?
Probably.
Was the turtle in a seat? I don't remember.
Yeah.
He's in a seat. He's in his own seat. That's
Yeah,
why
Then he obviously had to buy a ticket.
So animals have to buy tickets. Do animals have commerce? How does this work?
There's a really weird moment on that plane where
Roshi's afraid of flying, even though we've seen him fly tons of times.
It's not that. I mean, it is that, but it cut to Roshi, and he's like shaking in his seat, and I immediately assumed, because it shows the flight attendant, it shows him shaking in his seat. I immediately assumed, oh, he's gonna find some way to have her buckle his belt. That is just that just seemed like what was happening.
Yeah,
and then it's
the deranged mind of the pervert that is Roshi.
And then it cut to him being afraid of flying, and I was like, what? Okay.
It's called subverting expectations, Brian.
I mean, good on them, I guess. But it was very shocking, because that's exactly what I thought was going to happen.
It's the last Jedi of Dragon Ball. Except without any of the art or craft.
Yeah, it was, mostly a filler episode of just getting everybody back together. It had some moments.
I wouldn't call it filler, but it's definitely like reestablishing, like, here's where we are, here's what we're doing, everything's happening.
I kind of
go ahead with
the cut where, like, Goku gets to the island, he's eating, he sees the angry tigers, and he's like trying to feed them, and they're like, no, we're not interested. And then they attack him. We don't see him again until he shows up wearing a tiger pelt.
Yeah, that does imply some murder.
A little bit.
That I don't love.
A little bit.
We'll assume he's delirious because apparently he swam halfway around the world.
I just thought it was hilarious that they cut from that to that. They didn't show anything else.
It was pretty good.
So we're brought into the, what is this? This is the qualifier. So
like there's brackets. It's March Madness, but Goku. It's Dragon Ball March Madness.
So this is our moment where Krillin, Goku, Yamcha, Jackie Chun all run into what are going to be our rivals for the rest of this. Tien, Shinhan, Chaozu, and a couple of others.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is really just about setting up the qualifiers, and Chaozu sets up Chaozu uses his mind control to set up the brackets in such a way that none of them end up fighting each other right now. Yeah. I mean,
the whole season.
You gotta. Yeah.
Well, a couple of things also I should point out. So, Yamcha and his opponent are going to enter the ring, and both of them get an anime shine. Did I put 2 in? Do I remember to do 2? We will find out. Also, spoiler alert, this season is lousy with anime shine. Most of my notes are anime shines.
This is a very common occurrence.
Also, like, is it who is it? Yamcha? Is Yamcha the one who fights Anton the Great? Who fights Anton the Great?
I don't remember. Who was Anton the Great?
He's the one who feels like a cruel parody of Andre the Giant. He's like a big, large giant who has like Andre the Giant.
And this was not King Choppa, right?
Oh no, that was Krillin.
I do like when Krillin and the Clown Child meet, and Krillin is just correctly terrified of him.
I do think it's hilarious how afraid of Chaozu you are.
It's a child clown who has the ability to
move things with his mind.
Yeah, like I'm sorry. What's heartwarming to him about you? What do you find so charming?
It's weird that he doesn't talk much in this. Like I feel like
he talks enough.
I feel like in Z he talks a little more. He's a little more like happy-go-lucky.
I assume they completely changed the character.
I mean, he and Tien have some character changes at the end of this.
Yeah, does he stop calling Krillin a midget?
That did happen.
It's happened in this episode.
Yep.
It ends with them going into a fight between King Choppa and Goku.
Oh, you're right. So that's right. Sorry. So
the preliminary goes on for 2 episodes.
Yamcha and Tien Shinhan like have this moment during the qualifier, like they want to fight but they can't because Jackie steps in, and by Jackie, of course, I mean Roshi.
Yeah, they're about to throw down, and Jackie Chun basically tells them, "No, you're going to get kicked out of the tournament if you do that."
Right, because they stare off, and they have 2 more anime shines. I swear to God, there's going to be like 57 in this fucking episode. I did like during the fight, the crane master. Is that what we're calling him? Is that what he's called? Crane master?
Shen. You can call him Master Shen. Or
I did like when he was saying something to Bulma, and Bulma just yells in his face, "I can't believe I'm listening to you. You're wearing a crane." And I'm like, that's the smartest thing Bulma said all series.
She's like got a pretty lack of like she doesn't really do anything in this season.
I feel like Launch kind of steals her thunder in the crowd this season, and that's not a complaint.
No, not at all. I'm still every time I see Launch things, I'm still confused why she doesn't exist in Z, but I guess we'll find out.
Oh, is she not in Z at all?
I don't remember her.
Not part of the crew, I guess, is what you're saying.
I don't remember her, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, no, Launch ends up at a farm upstate somewhere.
Oh, she joins a cult. I mean,
Launch had to return some videotapes.
Yeah.
I did like when he was fighting, and King Choppa, the sumo guy is King Choppa, that's the name?
Yeah, King Choppa.
Yeah.
So when Tien Shinhan is fighting King Choppa, I did like that he just was like very easily able to defeat him. Pretty sure there were a couple more anime shines. Pause. Anyway, moving on. Also, there's a cheetah in the audience that literally sounds like Snagglepuss in the English dub, like exit stage left.
Yeah, it was so good.
That was awesome. That ruled. I fucking loved that. Do we have anything else on 85?
I think we're good.
Let's do 86. Brian.
All right. It's decided 8 brave men, or then there were 8, depending on the translation. From the start, it is clear that Goku is much faster and stronger than King Choppa. He jumps in the air, and on his way down, he blows at the ground to slow himself down, which was hilarious. And he throws off King Choppa's timing. He then delivers the final blow. Jackie Chun enters the fight, and although he is completely distracted with thoughts of Goku's new strength, he defeats his opponents in 3 blows. The preliminary rounds continue until the first intermission, and during the meal...
Montage.
During the meal, Yamcha and Tien nearly get in a fight, but once again, Jackie Chun stops them. Nam comes to Goku to greet him, and he is fighting in the tournament again, but this time it is only for fun, since his village is in no need of water anymore.
Our greatest hero returned.
Later in the last match before the finals, Nam is nearly killed by Tien. Goku, Krillin, Yamcha, and Jackie Chun all advance to the final round. When he almost died, I was like, ooh, David's going to be pissed.
So pissed. Don't care for it. I did like, I believe this has Launch for the first of many times, opening fire in the air with her gun, just clear a path.
Was this?
I mean, if you know a better way to clear a path, I'd like to hear it.
It really reminded me of the It's Always Sunny Gain and the Gun Fever episode. Was this season with Launch.
Was this the episode where they were playing the like fairground games and she was like trying to win prizes? Or is that later? I do not remember, but I remember her like getting pissed off and like shooting at the guy.
I don't remember exactly where that is, but it does. I mean, she does it so many times. It's a great callback.
Yeah.
Just the fact that she just takes a Beretta out and just opens fire into the air is amazing.
That Goku blowing at the ground to slow himself down. Super interesting. Spoilers. I don't understand why he didn't do it at the end of the season. Anyway.
Well, I got a lot of questions about how that works.
Weird ending, but
once you can fly, I have questions about how the rules of this tournament works.
Yeah. I don't know how
the organizers do too.
I don't.
Well, that to be fair, the organizer's an idiot. Like he's clearly.
I don't know how often Goku does breathing techniques, but immediately I was like, oh shit, Demon Slayer. But
he's done a few. I think we've seen a few. It's not like really frequent, but it has happened before.
Yeah. I don't know. There's always little things here and there in Dragon Ball that I'm like confused or surprised by because it isn't really a thing afterwards.
87. The finals prepare to draw their numbers for the final championship round. Chiatsu uses his powers to rig the seeding. The first match is Yamcha against Tien. The second match is Jackie Chun against Man-Wolf. That's how he's credited, apparently. The third is Krillin against Chiatsu. And the fourth is Goku against Pomput. After a quick meal for Goku, the finals begin. Yamcha and Tien start fighting, and the two of them seem evenly matched. They are surprised with the other's strength. During a lull in the action, Yamcha says he's going to use his new technique, Wolf Fang Blowing Wind. And I think I'm just going to also combine the 88 description because this is kind of like a two-part thing.
Yeah.
Yamcha uses his Wolf Fang Blowing Wind technique, but it has no effect. What a letdown from the cliffhanger. He lands dozens of punches on Tien, but they too do not seem to work. To everyone's surprise, Yamcha is able to fire a Kamehameha wave, but Tien deflects it back at him. Yamcha jumps up to avoid it. Tien is there and kicks him to the ground. Tien then comes down hard on Yamcha's leg, breaking it. Once Tien has cleared the winner, Puar rushes in and transforms into a flying carpet to transport Yamcha to the hospital. Everyone heads back to the hotel to await tomorrow's match. Jackie Chun versus Man-Wolf. Also, I think this is the time I noticed it. I don't know if it happened before. These episodes have the most awesome intro, where there's the credits, but then there's this, there's the recap, but then there's this cool, symbol that appears with all the Dragon Balls and this awesome, sound effect.
Yeah. And that they did that in the last tournament, and I was in the same way. I was like, ooh, I really like that. It
feels so striking.
There's a lot of...
It's been gone.
Between this and that last season, it just reminds me a lot of older martial arts movies where there was tournaments like this, and I really like that.
Very Shaw Brothers. My other note is the clown child is also a gambling cheat. I also love how we just needed to save on animation. Should we just flash back to Launch firing her gun again for fun? Just did it. Wasn't even the recap. They just flashed back. Just remember when Launch opened fire? This is also the beginning of, is it that Chiatsu is just like, you're bald? And he's like, I'm not bald. And he just removes his hat and he goes, I have one hair. I have a Homer Simpson hair.
Yeah. It's also been surprising watching this, having only seen Z. I don't know that I ever realized that Tien was kind of a dickhead. In Z, he and... Maybe I'm misremembering, but he and Yamcha are best buddies. They're the two losers that hang out on the side while everybody else wins.
We kind of get there in the... Not to spoil, but I think we kind of get there in the end.
We get there a little bit, yeah. It's just interesting to see the beginnings of that.
Positive note, I actually think Tien has a pretty interesting arc in this season.
He does.
I quite liked it. I was like, yeah, this is interesting. This is something.
This little arc right here is the first time where I was like, Dragon Ball's kind of fun again. I was surprised. Even though it's a tournament arc, which is usually my least favorite, I kind of enjoyed this.
Also, can Yamcha in Z and today, or in the more later stories, can he do the Kamehameha wave always? Is that just a thing?
I feel like almost everybody.
Yeah, it's just one of those. Basically, if you trained with Roshi at any point, you just know the Kamehameha now.
That's fair. I also did find it hilarious when Goku tells Puar to hurry, and then he turns into a carpet that is, by any definition, gradually flying away.
I mean, it saved him on the ambulance bills.
I guess, but it had to have gotten there quicker if it was an ambulance.
It's just a broken leg. He'll be fine.
That's fair. Steve, do you want to take 89?
Yep. Okay, so Man Wolf has been waiting 3 years for the opportunity to fight Jackie Chun. He's angry with Jackie Chun because he destroyed the moon, preventing him from changing back into a human. Man Wolf tries to hit Jackie Chun as hard as he can, but Jackie dodges with no effort. Man Wolf then pulls a knife on Jackie Chun, therefore disqualifying himself, but Jackie easily stops Man Wolf from hurting him. He paralyzes Man Wolf with a special technique, then brings Krillin into the ring. He hypnotizes Man Wolf into thinking Krillin's shiny bald head is the moon. Man Wolf then changes back into a human. He thanks Jackie Chun and leaves the tournament.
Horseshit.
Yeah.
And the part I mean about this is he pulls a knife and he's disqualified. I'm sorry. People literally are being magical outside of the ring and it counts. I'm sorry. Man Wolf should be able to pull a knife.
Blowing up the ring. Well, they did state at the very beginning, no weapons allowed.
Oh, a clown child Doctor Strange at your side? Freezing people is not a weapon?
No.
That sucks, and you know it.
know.
That sucks. That's bullshit.
It is not a physical weapon in the same way that like Goku couldn't use his
I've never
ball.
understood sports more than right now, where I'm like, come on, ref!
Yeah.
I did like that we came back to the moon. That this is like, no, this is an issue.
It is hilarious that it's like affecting others. I don't know that they ever talk about it in Z. Like, and the moon does come back, right?
Well, I guess anytime it comes up, somebody just picks up Krillin.
I mean, at some point the moon comes back. I don't know how or why. I'm assuming the dragon's involved, but
yeah, it must be.
Why did the moon come back? I'm trying to remember.
I know it
now.
has to.
I hope to God it's because the Man Wolf got all 7 Dragon Balls and made a wish.
He's like, I really need that moon back.
That would be amazing.
Let's see.
Also,
Dragon Ball Wiki. Tell me about the moon.
Yeah. While you're looking that up, also, when Jackie and Man Wolf are put side to side, you cut between them, and in their eyes, a little twinkle, dual anime shine, even though Jackie's unaware of why he should matter.
That's right. This actually, it comes up later on in the series that they do wish the moon back, but it's one of those, it happens off camera.
Ah, very good, very good.
During
very
a time jump?
Yes, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, also at one point we cut to Yamcha and he's like in the hospital and Bulma's there and like kind of like helping him, but then she steps on his foot and I can only describe the animation as Akira level body horror when his eyes bulge out. I was like, wow, we're really spending our money on this one, huh?
This season has a lot of that. There's a lot of like extreme facial contortion and like
Yeah. Also, I just wrote another note at some point in the fight between Jackie and Man Wolf, another anime shine. Can this still be going? Am I still doing it?
I'm going to have 90 in this episode.
I swear to God, this is going to be the worst editing job of my life. I really backed myself into a corner with this bit. I'm going to be completely honest. I was watching this and taking notes being like, I'm fucked as I'm editing. Like, oh no, can't believe I started this bit.
Well, speaking of 90 anime shines, episode 90 is the Dodon wave. Krillin and Chaozu begin to fight. Chaozu reveals that he has the ability to fly. Before Krillin can lay a hand on him, he floats.
You like you do.
Yes, I can fly. He starts firing Dodon rays at Krillin, who is forced to run wildly around the ring to avoid them. Goku realizes that the Dodon ray is the same technique that was used by mercenary Tao. Tien overhears Goku talking about the Dodon ray, so Goku tells him that Tao used it right before he killed him. Tien is shocked to hear this because Tao was one of the strongest men he ever knew. Jackie Chun tells Goku that Tao was Master Shen's brother. Tien tells Shen about Tao, causing Shen to become even angrier at Master Roshi's students. Meanwhile, Krillin tries to knock Chaozu out of the air but fails, and he decides to try the Kamehameha wave even though he's never used it. Jackie Chun tries to tell Krillin that he's not ready to use it yet.
Do you want to do 91 as well, since it's kind of that cliffhanger?
Yeah. Chaozu fires his Dodon ray at Krillin, and it seems to destroy him. Suddenly, Krillin appears in the air behind Chaozu and fires a Kamehameha wave at him. Chaozu is only barely able to float above the ring now, so he tries another special attack. He jumps headfirst towards Krillin in an attempt to push him out of the ring, but Krillin pushes him back. Chaozu then uses his special powers to paralyze Krillin. As Krillin is getting beaten up, he realizes Chaozu needs his hands to use his powers, so he gives him a math problem, which Daima is immediately what I thought of.
The power of mathematics.
Yep.
The power of math.
You can fight, but can you do math? Chaozu begins counting on his fingers, allowing Krillin to punch him out.
I like to break a mental sweat as well.
Yeah. Later that night, someone sneaks into Goku's room and tries to kill him. Goku wakes up, so the man flees. Goku and Krillin catch up to him and find out that it was the Crane Hermit trying to avenge the death of Tao. They square off to fight, but Tien shows up and stops them. He says that Goku must be punished and humiliated in the ring and not in the street at night. We fight with honor.
I mean, this is the Tien arc, which I was like, oh, this is interesting. Like, okay, he's not just like... He actually has some kind of belief system, and he's like, okay, yeah. Also in 90, let's not forget, there's a mummy man who just appears.
There's a lot of monster men in this.
I love it. I love that that's just canon. There's just universal monsters walking around this world. I hope they don't disappear in Z, but I'm getting the sense we're not going to see them a lot.
When Universal monsters were like really popular, was it 50s and 60s?
The 30s is when they appear.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. I'm a little off there.
Well, to be fair, the Creature of the Black Lagoon is often looped into it. He's from the 50s, which is a little bit of a revival resurgence.
Oh,
they kind of go away around World War II.
I was going to say the
and then
post-war
in the
monsters.
mid-50s, they come back. Yeah. I mean, yeah. And also, like, the Hammer horror movies start getting popularized in the mid-50s with, like, the British Dracula, Frankenstein with Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee. So, like, they get a resurgence in the 50s and 60s. So you're not wrong that, like, that was a popular period for them, but they start in the 30s and in the 30s until World War II.
Got it.
Yep. So, yeah, 50s and 60s is a big era for them. Absolutely. But, yeah, there's just a mummy man. Also, it occurs to me as the pig, the communist pig, becomes a cheerleader, that the pig has really run out of things to do on this show, and I don't know why he's still in it.
Yeah, he was way more into cheerleading than anybody else was.
Yeah. I also thought it was really funny. There's this line exchange where basically someone's like, Goku, child, did you really murder someone? He goes, oh, yeah, I definitely did that.
Yeah,
like,
totally.
well, that was Tien's brother.
I killed the shit out of that guy. And he's like,
I definitely killed that guy. He's like, well, that's Tien's brother.
Yeah, maybe don't say that out loud. The cops are looking for you.
How happy. Yeah. It's a real anchor man. Yeah. You're going to want to lay low. You'll be wanted for murder. And this is where I have real questions about how this tournament works. Because it occurs to me that if you are Clown Child Chiatsu, and you can just fly out of the confines of the ring, you should be considered out. If you could just leave, just because you're not walking, if like everybody can fucking fly, this feels like cheating.
Having the ability to just like paralyze people also is just...
There's that too.
Yeah, like that shouldn't be allowed.
But I'm willing to accept it if you are the fighter and you stay in the ring and do it. I think the idea that you could just fly away and leave and go, I haven't lost. I'm like, you ran away, you left. What? This is if this isn't a forfeit, is the implication that if I'm watching like a basketball game, or no, that's not a good example. If I'm watching like an NFL game or a baseball game, something outside and a helicopter floats down and one of the players leave and all the players get on it and leave, they don't forfeit? Is that the implication?
I mean, if somebody were to hit a baseball into a helicopter and then it flew off, that would still be a home run, right?
I think technically, yes.
I have to believe that's if the helicopter is in the field, that's interference.
If it's above the field, I mean, it's not directly interfering with their movement.
This is my point. This is why I think this tournament's bullshit. This is why I have real issues with the rules of this tournament. And I don't think that blonde Mr. Smith who runs this tournament has the best interests of the competition at heart.
Well, to be fair, I think based on all the other people involved, I think before Dragon Ball, this tournament was just like, fists and kicks and all that.
Normal martial arts, and they're not prepared for flight. Yeah, the power of flight.
They weren't ready for the gods to battle.
That's fair. Also, I believe this is the first time the clown child Chiatsu, he crashes into the ground and makes a hole. He comes up out of the hole and rotates his head 180 degrees, and I was like, oh no. And that's when I see that, and everyone in this podcast is like, David, why are you so scared of the clown? I'm like, how are you not scared of the clown child?
He
just exorcist twisted his head.
Steve, he's not an android, right?
No.
Okay.
I don't know what he is.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
I think he is an android. You want to know why? He took a towel to his head and he like shined it like it was metal, and it made an anime shine.
Yeah.
I think the clown's a robot.
I mean, there's a lot of androids. I don't think they ever. I don't know.
Also, going back to the math problem, I really liked it when Krillin won and the math equation appeared his head in like edutainment form, and I was like, sweet.
I thought it was weird that he like punched a hole through the pillow. That was the only. There's a weird bit of animation.
That was weird. Yeah. Like the pillow doesn't give.
Yeah.
The implication being he was sleeping on wood.
Yeah, it's like a wooden pillow.
That was weird. All right, let's do 92. Goku and Master Roshi have a sparring session before the fourth match. Pompot's manager sees how strong Goku is and realizes Pompot cannot beat him. Goku goes for a quick run, and Pompot's manager follows in his car. I'm just chasing a child down with my car. You know how it goes. I'm Tom Cruise's manager, whoever the fuck this character's supposed to be. He catches Goku and tells him that the fight has been moved. He offers to take Goku to a new arena. Launch, who is getting some ice cream, witnesses Goku getting in the car, realizes stranger danger is afoot. So she chases after them. When she catches up to him, she easily defeats the manager's bodyguards. Goku runs back to the arena just in time for the fight. Pompot is a movie star and has never lost a fight, so he is very confident he can win. Once the fight starts, he tries to punch Goku, but Goku dodges it and gives Pompot 3 quick elbows to the gut, destroying him. End of episode. Pompot seems like he's definitely based on someone, and I could not place it.
Yeah, I have no idea who he's based on.
He feels like he's totally based on somebody, and I cannot place it. Because this is 88, I think, is when this episode airs. 88, 89, something like that.
80, and end of 87.
87.
Oh, 87?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I could not place who this guy is supposed to be for the life of me. But he feels so specific, like he's supposed to be somebody, right?
Yeah, he's supposed to be a proxy for someone. I just couldn't for the life of you tell you who.
I do like that Launch has the foresight in her evil form, evil, quote unquote, to be like, somebody's abducting Goku. I'll fucking kill them. So I like that.
Speaking of dates, I don't know why. I noticed that episode 93 is basically on Christmas. And I was like, wait, so we're not, like, I don't know, the show just never really recognizes holidays.
Is Christmas a big holiday? I actually don't know in Japan.
I Googled it out of curiosity. Apparently they celebrate it the same day we do. I don't know. But
I just wonder what the Christian population of Japan is. I actually don't know.
I think it's the most prominent. I may be wrong, but I feel like I've heard that.
Most prominent religion in Japan
I
is
believe so.
It's a weird fact I wouldn't have realized.
Oh, wait, I lied. It is Shinto followed by Buddhism.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. For some reason,
Shinto is a traditional Japanese spiritual system.
For some reason, I thought I had heard that Christianity was like pretty big. And
I mean, it wouldn't shock me to know it's big there.
Sorry, of the Western religions, that I wouldn't be shocked if that was the biggest over there.
It is a lot smaller than I thought. So I don't know. This is 2021. Also, could be completely wrong. 69% of the population is Shinto. 66.7 is Buddhism. Are they related?
Yes, because they're not contradictory.
Okay, and then
they're not related, but they're not contradictory.
Christianity is only like 1.5. I was very wrong. Ignore me. I know nothing about religion.
Fair enough. We'll cut this.
Yeah.
That's fine. This will get cut. It's totally fine.
I don't know what. It doesn't matter. Anyway.
It does. I do think I have noticed like they don't really have TV schedule seasons. It seems like things just air throughout the year.
Right.
There's no breaks.
I've never. Yeah. Well, don't some shonen animes have like holidays they celebrate?
You better be asking Steve.
Yeah, I'm Steve.
Yeah,
I feel like I've seen holiday episodes of anime, and I feel like I've seen like Goku dressed as like Santa for some shit, but I could be wrong.
Amazing. If that's happened, I can't wait.
I know, because there's definitely no holiday episodes of Dragon Ball. I'm trying to think of any shonen that I've watched that have had like a quote unquote holiday episode. And no, I can't think of any.
This might just be memes then. But I Google Goku Santa, and there's a million images. And they're asking...
Can't wait for that Funko Pop.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me at all if Toriyama has, at some point or another drew Goku in a Santa outfit.
Right.
Just, for Western audiences or even for Japanese audiences for the hell of it. But I don't think there's ever been anything canonically like, yes, Christmas is celebrated, despite us, previously establishing that Christianity is a thing in this universe.
I think that's another issue with 30 years of a single franchise and seeing basically anything and everything that can be done.
Yeah.
it all just kind of blends into one, and I'm like, oh, I remember this. No, this was just a meme.
Steve, do you want to do 93 and 94 because those are kind of together?
Yeah, I can absolutely do that. So everyone waits for the first semifinal to start. Finally, Jackie Chun and Tien Shinhan begin their match. Tien attacks first, and Jackie Chun grabs him and throws him out of the ring. Tien reveals that he, too, can fucking cheat, fly, and floats back into the ring. Jackie Chun tries the mirror image technique, in which he creates 8 images of himself that rapidly rotate around Tien. They close in and attack from all sides. Tien uses his 3 eyes to figure out which is the real Jackie Chun and give that one a kick to the face. Jackie discards his shirt and powers up. The two of them begin attacking wildly. After a while, they fall apart from each other, badly beaten. Tien and Jackie continue fighting. Tien kicks Jackie in the face, causing him to fly to the edge of the ring. Tien then tries to push him out, but Jackie manages to get away and back towards the center of the ring. Tien then uses his solar flare technique, which blinds everyone in the stadium, including Jackie. He delivers a powerful blow, nearly knocking Jackie out. The announcer begins to count, but before he reaches 10, Jackie gets up, then begins preaching to Tien, telling him the error of his ways. Tien ignores him and begins a furious attack. As Jackie continues preaching, Master Shen realizes suddenly that Jackie Chun is really Roshi in disguise. He telepathically communicates this to Tien, who fires a Kamehameha wave. Jackie Chun is able to deflect it upwards, and after some last words of wisdom, walks right out of the ring.
At one point, Tien's third eye gets an anime shine. I cannot be stopped. I also liked that at a certain point in this, Puar visits Yamcha in the hospital. We just cut away. And it makes me really wonder if Puar is next of kin. What is the relationship here?
I would assume he's his emergency contact.
Yeah. Launch also fired her gun into the air again. So, comedy, endless comedy well for me. And of course, I would be remiss if not pointing out that the fact that Master Shen realizes Jackie is Roshi through his lechery feels correct. That's how you undo a man. I don't know. What do y'all feel about the Roshi stuff with this specifically? I was a little...
It was okay.
I don't know.
It was nice to see Roshi be kind of serious.
An actual fucking teacher.
Yeah, yeah. This might be some of the most serious he is in the entire show.
Yeah, I'd give you that.
Between trying to teach him a real lesson and I don't know, just walking out of the ring that is a bigger character than he has ever been in the series.
Yeah, it's like if you keep him 500 yards away from children, he can become a normal person.
Yeah. As long as he's fighting, he's good.
It's interesting. I would say I think the Tien part is interesting. I think this is a to zoom out for a second. Like I said, I think this is a very successful villain arc this season of Tien Shinhan is this villain, but you can see how he kind of isn't and comes around, and I don't know. I thought overall the Tien Shinhan stuff is really successful, and in a weird way, it feels like other than Goku and Krillin, the rest of our characters are just kind of supporting that.
Right.
Yeah, this is kind of his story.
Yeah,
it's a little
more
disappointing
than it is anybody
else's.
else's.
This is the best you're gonna get from Tien, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah,
this is about it.
He peaks here, and he gets, he'll have moments throughout the series, but I guess he does have a pretty big moment during the Cell Saga too.
Well, this is the building of him and why you care, so that when he shows up later, you can be like, oh yeah, I love that guy. You know, it's the MCU tactic.
Yeah.
Of like, oh, I love that guy from all of his adventures. Brian, do you want to take? I would say I think moving forward we can just kind of double up. Do you want to do 95 and 96?
Yeah, that
makes sense.
All right, 95, Goku versus Krillin. Goku and Krillin start their semi-final match. After several minutes of fighting, they seem evenly matched. Goku jumps high into the air, and Krillin follows him. The sun reflects off of Krillin's bald head and blinds Goku. A lot of using bald heads to be suns and moons in this season. Kind of weird.
Well, once you destroy all the suns and moons, what choice do you have?
Right.
You got it. What else can you use?
But that allows Krillin to kick him to the ground. Goku somehow lands on his feet and attacks Krillin as he falls. Krillin sucks in some air, causing him to float, which throws off Goku's timing. Meanwhile, Tien confronts Master Roshi to ask him why he quit. Master Roshi tells Tien that he is not a killer, even though he acts like it. He says that Tien has a conscience and that this will make him into a hero. Tien tries to ignore Roshi's teachings and promises to kill Goku to prove him wrong. That sounds a lot more sincere than blowing into a handkerchief and handing it to him. But
yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
Goku.
Yeah.
The description's a little better than what actually happened.
It's somebody on Wikipedia is trying to make this feel like it works.
Yeah, I mean, good moment, cool moment, and then it was kind of weird, and then it got back to being pretty good. Anyway, 96, Tails' Tale. Or really, Goku? Krillin's great strategy? What? Goku and
the titles are great.
It's interesting how different and how similar some of them are. Like, they're very different. Goku and Krillin continue their fight. Goku runs toward Krillin, creating a Kamehameha wave as he goes. He jumps in the air and uses the wave to blast himself into Krillin. The announcer begins the count, but Krillin gets up, so they continue fighting. Goku gets several hits in on Krillin, who realizes he only has one chance to win. He fires a Kamehameha wave at Goku, who easily blocks it. Suddenly, Krillin appears behind Goku and grabs his tail. Goku passes out, and the announcer begins counting. Before he reaches 10, Goku gets up and slams Krillin into the ground, saying that during the last 3 years, he's worked with his tail until the weakness was gone. Krillin fools Goku and gets in a cheap shot, causing the two of them to launch into another furious bout. After Krillin hits him again, Goku disappears. He's moving so fast that no one can see him. He suddenly appears next to Krillin and kicks him out of the ring.
I liked at the beginning of this, that launch again, just coming through with an amazingly smart statement, where she just goes, obviously Goku will defeat Krillin. It's literally the line from
I mean, it's very obvious.
We don't need to watch this.
Yeah.
Like, we know who's going to win. The boy who swam halfway around the world or sat on an airplane.
I did like a couple of things, which is obviously, like, even though I didn't love totally the Roshi and Tien stuff, the fact that this is an episode, that one of these episodes is just intercut with like this physical duel versus a philosophical duel. It's some real anime shit where I was like, that's cool. That feels very anime. And then also there's a really cool animation rotation on Krillin as he lands from a kick from Goku at one point that feels very bullet timey, where I was like, oh, look at that, we spent some money.
There's a lot of things in this season that, like I said earlier, remind me a lot of like older martial arts movies. And I think that's what I enjoyed about this season.
Also, not exactly an anime shine, but the weird reflection from Krillin's bald head, it does make a similar sound, and does it count? I don't know. Did I do it? Should I play that sweet sound again?
I feel like you just need to get that on a soundboard. That way you can just play it.
Yeah, do it on the recording. That way, like,
yeah, just play it into the recording.
If things continue to trend this way, I will have to.
I mean, you can get that.
Goku's eyes. Goku did an eye twitch, and it kind of made an anime shine sound. And we're at the same question: is it in the ballpark? Also, there's a clip show in this. There's just a random clip show. I guess you got to make it for that slow motion Krillin animation.
Just get a Elgato Mini or whatever they're called, and
Yeah, I
just
know.
push the button every time.
Buy more shit.
Yeah. That's why we're here, right? To buy shit and die or whatever.
to watch anime.
The most optimistic view of capitalism.
Yeah. 97. Yamcha sneaks out of the hospital to watch the final match, while Ulan and Puar transform into giant monsters to save front row seats for everyone. The match finally starts, and right away Goku attacks. He grabs Tien's leg with his tail and swings around to punch him in the face. Tien flies up in the air, and Goku jumps up after him. Tien hits Goku with a Dodon Ray, blasting him down through the floor of the ring. Goku jumps up from the rubble and continues his assault. He tries his disappearing trick again, but Tien's third eye helps him keep track of Goku's movements. While Goku is running around, Tien hits him, sending him flying to the wall of the ring, which I guess he doesn't go through, even though he goes through. It seems like he's out of the ring, but I don't know. Maybe that's an animation mistake. Anyway, Tien pins Goku against the wall and beats him mercilessly. Also, in the crowd randomly, is there a Cyclops? Are Cyclopses just a thing?
I'm just assuming everything's just a thing in this world.
There's always so many random just...
Also, Launch does it again by randomly just firing into the air. You know, she's the most American character, and I love her. I feel seen. Someone who just wants to fire a gun into the air to make any kind of point. All right, so this is just to give everybody a heads up. We've got 4 episodes left. This is basically just going to be a 5-part fight, which I think is our first 5-part fight.
Yeah, this is our first really
long fight. Like
this is getting
parts.
This is getting you emotionally prepared for what they do in Dragon Ball Z.
This is immersion therapy. So in 98, Tien grabs Goku and begins to play volleyball with him. That's what it says in the Wikipedia, and I feel like that is probably the best description.
I mean, that's what he did. He envisioned him as a volleyball, and he was like literally spiking him.
It's just so hard to think about how to explain it, and the fact that it's like, let's just not explain it. It's just what happens. He spikes Goku down into the ground, but to his surprise, Goku gets up. He says that throughout the tournament, he had only been using a fraction of his strength to protect his opponent. But now he's going to fight at full power. He unleashes a brutal assault on Tien, then starts conjuring a Kamehameha wave, but stops, realizing Tien would have dodged it. Tien meditates briefly, then they continue the match. Goku's next assault nearly pushes Tien out of the ring, but Tien is able to counter it. Goku then creates 10 images of himself to confuse Tien. When Tien attacks one of the false images, Goku sneaks up and knocks him down. Tien uses his solar flare technique, but Goku borrows Master Roshi's glasses. Don't know how he did that without how did he do that without leaving the ring?
A wizard did it.
Instant transmission. He just doesn't have it yet.
Great. And counters his own attack. Goku jumps up for an attack, but is mysteriously frozen, allowing Tien to knock him down. Also like that the volleyball technique is just what Tien screams. He just screams, volleyball technique!
This is the episode where Krillin is like, hey, Master Roshi, your eyes look familiar.
Right, because he doesn't have the glasses,
Yeah.
so he's like, oh, you're Jackie Chun. Yeah.
I recognize you. What's going on here? And he's like, well, maybe if you'd pay attention to the fight, you wouldn't have lost.
Yeah, Krillin, it's a real Clark Kent situation. Krillin realizes Roshi is Jackie without the glasses. Also, when Goku reveals that he like puts Roshi's glasses on, it's a real kind of Blade moment, and we get a little bit of an anime shine. Steve, do you want to take... I would say take 99 and 100.
Sounds good. Goku once again gets frozen midair, allowing Tien to kick him to the ground. Goku uses a Kamehameha wave to prevent landing outside of the ring. He attacks Tien, but is frozen again. Yamcha realizes that Chaozu is using his powers to paralyze Goku. Tien hits Goku dozens of times, nearly knocking him out. Goku gets up and kicks Tien in the face, but is frozen once more. Tien again pounds Goku mercilessly. Realizing that he's winning too easily, Tien figures out that Chiatsu is helping him and forces him to stop, wanting to beat Goku in a fair fight. Seeing the error in Shen's teachings, Tien refuses to kill Goku. An angry Shen tells Chiatsu to paralyze Tien and Goku to kill them, but he refuses. Shen tries to kill them, but Master Roshi hits him with a Kamehameha wave, blasting him out of the arena. Goku then attacks Tien with incredible force. Afterwards, Tien says he let Goku beat him up to make up for Goku the beating Goku took when he was paralyzed. Suddenly, Tien grows 2 extra arms from his back, as we alluded to in the opening.
Insane.
Also, a little confused by the description. Tien didn't really figure out Chaozu was helping him, right? Like, it wasn't...
No, there's a moment where he realizes...
No, he does. He has an epiphany.
I feel like they had to...
wait, my friend is cheating for me? That's not how I want to do this.
For some reason, I felt like they had to tell him. They're like, bro, like, have you not seen every time that you punch Goku, he's frozen? It was a little weird to me that it kept happening. I'm like, you should know with all of your training.
He's certainly an idiot.
Yeah.
It goes on for entirely too long.
It did. It was like 3 times, I think, where he got frozen and just like beaten to death. And I'm like, you should know that Goku's not fighting back. You should know this is weird.
No, Tien's got some real Dunning-Kruger effect going on in this episode. That's for damn sure.
It was a weird one. I did not love that.
Yeah. Also, at one point, Launch tries to intervene, and then she's thrown so hard it imprints her in a Looney Tunes style into a stone wall. So she's dead.
I believe there was also an anime shine when she flew off into the sky. Or no, hold on. That might have.
There is.
Was it?
So there's 2. There's 2.
It's her and it's the crane.
There's when Roshi blew the crane master into space, I assume. Yeah. Because that's the way the shot is designed.
He'll be back eventually.
He made a glimmer, and it wasn't the exact anime shine sound, but it was adjacent, so I'll allow it. Anyway, let's get to Goro with the 4 arms here. Proto Goro.
All right, so with 4 arms, Tien clearly has an advantage over Goku. He nearly pushes him out of the ring, forcing Goku to jump up. Tien then grabs Goku's arms and legs and repeatedly headbutts him.
Where's he headbutt him, Steve?
Right in the dick.
Right in the genitals. Just hitting a child's genitals with your forehead so many times in a row, and I'm like, come on, show, what are you doing here?
I mean, that's what they teach you as a child. Isn't that what 3 Ninjas taught us?
That's true.
I did a lot of martial arts classes as a kid, and I don't ever recall being told adult may grab you and headbutt you in the genitals, so you have to defend yourself.
I think you had the wrong trainer.
Maybe. It's very possible.
All right, Goku begins to smack Tien in the face with his tail, forcing Tien to let him go. Goku then appears to grow 6 extra arms to counter Tien's 4. The 2 of them continue fighting until they simultaneously knock each other down. The count reaches 8 before they both stand up. Goku then trips Tien and grabs his legs. He pulls on his legs, causing Tien tremendous pain. Tien's extra arms reach up and choke Goku, but then Tien quickly gives up. After a long struggle, Tien leg flips Goku off of him into the wall. Goku gets up, so Tien decides to use his Tri-Beam Cannon, a devastatingly powerful attack. Tien first tells Goku to dodge what is coming, then Tien floats high into the ring and fires a Tri-Beam at Goku. When the dust clears, the entire ring is gone, leaving a gaping hole in the ground, and Goku is nowhere to be found.
So, I took it that Goku did not actually grow more arms. He was just punching so fast.
He was just moving his arms so fast it gave the illusion.
Also, did you find it weird? Did you interpret it that Tien was lying when he went, "You dislocated my legs"? Or is the implication he did dislocate his legs and he relocated them? I wasn't sure.
I think the implication is he popped his legs back into place.
Mm-hmm. I thought the end of the episode was very strange.
Like you do.
When it shows the gaping hole, and then it's like, next time on Dragon Ball, and then it shows like an image of Goku in the crater. It's very strange.
This time on Dragon Ball, it cuts to Goku's fucking tombstone. You're like, holy shit. Also, just before he gets into the ring, kind of sounded like an anime shine. I don't know. We're really in murky territory here, but I'll count it. Can't believe I'm doing this to myself. I must hate myself. Anyway, final episode.
All right, so this is where the title is very different.
Oh, what's the title?
Episode 101. In Japanese, it's the martial arts tournament comes to an end, and then
fair enough. I'll allow it.
In English, it's just called The Fallen.
I mean, there are 2 people who fall. Quite a bit.
It's just
I don't know.
A very drastic difference. Right. But anyway, so everyone looks up and they find Goku miles above the surface. Tien jumps up and tells Goku that he never meant to hit him with the Tri-Beam Cannon. He just wanted to knock him out of bounds, and since there's no stage to land on, and since Tien can fly...
I wanted to knock you out of bounds by incinerating you.
Goku seems to have no chance. With a Kamehameha wave, Goku blasts himself into Tien with a headbutt. I don't know why it doesn't explain any of this, but...
So to clarify for everybody, Tien can't be hurt by the Kamehameha wave. So what Goku smartly decides to do is Kamehameha wave his own body into Tien, and he kind of turns himself into kind of a bowling ball, kind of cannonball. Yeah.
I feel like the description's terrible. Basically, they're both like miles above the arena. Goku catapults himself into Tien, and now they're rapidly approaching the surface. Goku is hit by a car during their descent. Very strange. Doesn't make any sense. Causes him to touch the ground before Tien. So the announcer declares that Tien is the winner, and the entire crowd rushes over to the landing site. Later, Tien offers Goku half of his prize money, but Goku declines the offer. Tien apologizes to Yamcha for breaking his leg, and then he takes everyone out to dinner. Right before they eat, Goku realizes he left the power pole and the 4-star ball at the arena. So Krillin leaves to get it for him. While they're eating, Goku has a bad feeling that something has happened to Krillin. So he runs back to the arena and finds Krillin dead.
Dun, dun, dun!
I have a few, quick random notes. When the announcer ran over to the gaping hole to throw his Capsule Corp thing into it,
to become a glider.
I really was hoping that it was going to be like a giant inflatable to catch both of them. I don't know why. That's where my mind went. I was not expecting a shark.
That would also be funny. I did like that he just created a glider and went, I'm finally going to go do my job.
Yeah, he's like, all right, I should probably go follow them. It was just very not what I was expecting.
I think it would have been funnier since he threw the capsule into the crater than if it was just another arena.
Yeah, I thought it was either going to be like an inflatable arena or some kind of something involving the crater, not just a glider. It was a little weird.
I think it's just the animation was funny that he just left, and so everyone's gone, and just the audience is left, and I'm like,
My other note is that Roshi never paid for dinner, right? He didn't win, so he never got the money, so they never went back.
My God, you're right. There's 2 cliffhangers, Brian.
Yeah. I mean, the other cliffhanger's a bigger deal, but...
And who will pay for dinner?
Is Roshi at large now? Is that why he lives on an island?
I assume so. I really like that Roshi was like, hey, Tien, come live on the island with us and join our cult. And Tien was like, pass. I don't know.
We have a cook. She's terrible. She kind of likes you.
I don't know, guys. I think you seem kind of weird. So yeah, let's talk about Krillin.
It was a little too on the nose.
Bye, Krillin. I'll see you soon. Sad music plays as they slowly walk away from each other.
Yep. All the characters come out to get a last look. Everyone's just very dramatic.
I legit thought it was Krillin's leaving the show.
They couldn't get the actor for next season
or something. Yeah, he just won't be here. The fact that he's dead and now it's a murder mystery. I'm like, holy shit. Which, by the way, obviously it's the clown child.
But was the clown child not at dinner?
Does he not have telepathic magic abilities? And has he not threatened to kill the dead child for episodes on episodes?
I mean,
I know he's suspect number 1. Put it this way, I know who I'm interrogating first.
You're not wrong.
Is he the one who... So who killed Krillin? Do you guys know? Do you guys remember this?
Based on the next saga, I'm assuming it was King Piccolo.
I kind of expected to see a shot of Piccolo or something at the end, since they have been doing a pretty good job of setting up the next thing. The fact that Krillin's death happened and there's no suspects other than the clown child. I was like, interesting.
I don't know that I realized he died in this. So it was, I don't know, that was interesting to me.
Steve, you're being suspiciously silent, like you know things.
It's almost like I've seen this a couple of times.
I know, right? I guess first question, is Krillin actually dead, or is it a misdirect?
Nah, he's dead as shit.
Cool. Very good.
He had a little bit of blood on his face,
and
he wasn't
murder
moving.
Most foul.
This is the first
time... He's dead as shit, and we find out who killed him pretty quickly.
This is the first time anyone's died, right? Like any of the friends have died.
On screen, I think so. Yeah.
Well, I guess
it's the first time any. Yeah, exactly. Well, it's the first time that any one of Consequence has died.
Yeah.
That's true. Upa's dad is a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty dramatic end to this little fun tournament.
I mean, we only have 2 sagas left. Now, granted, they're both very long sagas. We will be dividing both into 2 parts. So...
Yeah, we have another, 50 episodes?
Something like that, yeah. Yeah, there's 2 sagas left, but both of them are like 20 plus episodes. So we're going to divide. One of them's 20 plus and one of them's like 30. So we're going to divide them both into 2 parts. Yeah, my assumption is Piccolo killed him since the next saga is called the King Piccolo saga. But man, if that clown child did it, I'd fucking love it. Because finally I'd be vindicated. Anyway, guys, final thoughts on the Tien Shinhan saga?
Definitely one of my favorites. I really enjoyed the character arc for Tien.
Probably the first time I've enjoyed watching Dragon Ball. So we're getting there. Maybe it'll continue. Yeah.
I had a blast.
I did, out of curiosity, just start the first episode of Dragon Ball Z, and I was kind of surprised. I'm very curious to get there and see how this all goes.
Well, we only have 2 sagas left, so next episode is going to be part 1 of the King Piccolo saga, episodes 102 to 111. Those will be the episodes we'll cover. Episodes 112 to 122 will be the second part.
I liked it more than Daima.
What did show us on the doll where Daima hurt you, Brian?
It was just painfully boring, and it didn't do anything. That's all I can say. I just wanted it to do anything other than what it did.
You've been listening to Cattywampus. You can follow us on Instagram at CattyWampusPod. Email us at cattywampuspodcast@gmail.com. Music by Tilly.